し仲間が一人急にここでいいや。
やってみましょう。
どうすりゃいいんだ。
また落とし。どうしやすか。
Many intellectuals must join a battle before penning a deep.
ここでいいや。
One should 1,000 moves in one breath. One should 1,000 moves in one breath. One should strike and sunder the tides cleft. 1,000 moves in one breath. Unsteady posture. Wait 1,000 moves in one breath.
At your disposal. Please stay calm. It's a bit tricky, but as long as you give me some time.
Unsteady posture, wavering in. After all this time, you strike and sunder the tides cleft. Retract, strike and sunder the unsteady posture, wavering in 1,000 moves in one breath.
やってみましょう。
俺がみんなを守る。
After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. Strike and sunder the tides cleft. After all this time, you 1,000 moves in one breath. 1,000 moves in one breath. Unsteady posture, wavering in. After all this time, you strike and sunder the tides cleft. Unsteady posture, wavering in. 1,000 moves in one breath. After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. Strike and strike and sunder the tides cleft. Retract and leave no peace bereft. Unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet. The moves in one. After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. Strike and sunder the 1,000 moves in one breath. Strike and sunder the unsteady posture, wavering in. Strike and after all this time, unsteady posture. After all this time, unsteady posture. Wait, strike and sunder the unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet.
ここだここ。
1,000 moves in one breath. Unsteady posture, wavering in. 1,000 moves.
俺の仲間を傷つけさせ。
After all this time, you unsteady posture, wavering in. 1,000 moves in one breath. Strike and sunder the 1,000 moves in one breath. Unsteady posture, wavering in. Unsteady posture, wavering in. 1,000 moves in 1,000 moves in one breath. 1,000 moves in one breath.
Accomplished.
1,000 armies move at the beating of your war drums, with a handful of sand to clean the blood from one's armor. What a tremendous victory!